Right, so we back at it again with another Zwift race. These stage two of these Zwift games. I missed out on the stage one. I wasn't aware that the stages would become unavailable after a point in time. So yeah, straight off the gun, I jump out the blocks hard, expecting the race to start as hard as I did. But I look back after a while, I realized nobody was matching the pace, so I just sat in and waited. I wasn't trying to create a breakaway or anything like that. So I just sat in and wait for them to catch me. To be honest. So this race, everyone has one power up, and it's the same power up. Everyone has a feather available. So my race strategy from the beginning was honestly to try and save mine as long or as far into the race as possible, or basically to have mine as to have mine available after the others use theirs, basically. So yeah, we just rolling here at this point, waiting for the first two major climbs to, or the two actually just the two major climbs in the race to arrive. Yeah, so nothing fancy happening during this time. Fast forward to the start of the big climb. So it's two climbs, basically one fairly short, heading into a descent, and then the real deal on the other end of the descent. So my strategy here was just really to make it up this one, power down the descent, as in try to build some speed going on to the descent and carry the momentum into the start of this big one. To just basically to help with the speed going up on that side. Yeah, so you see we hitting like 8% and thing here. All this time, like my heart rate probably looking higher, but I was feeling good at this point, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't under any pressure just yet. Yeah, so you rolling, fighting all the way up here. Just trying to survive into the descent here. So right, you see we hit the descent here. I just trying to push this. The guy aero tucker, so just trying to push and carry as much momentum as possible into the real climb, I will call it. Yeah, so I see people already using the feather power ups already. So that is good news for me. That just playing right into my game plan. So all here rolling, basically carrying speed from the descent. So when the guys catch me here, when the rest of the race catch me here, I realized that my pace wasn't fast enough, so I had to come out the saddle and basically power up this hill. So they honestly catch me. They caught me off guard with the pace. I wasn't expecting to have to exert this much power to make it up this climb, but I guess it's the hardest climb of the race, and well, some of the guys using their power up, so it makes sense. So yeah, at this point, I just trying to survive, trying to stay with the group, because I believe that if I get dropped on this hill, I don't think it's possible to regroup or to catch back the front of the group. A few people got dropped here off the back. If you notice, you see the red dots off the back just fading away. That is the end of the race. Yeah, so we made it up the hill, and I was just looking forward to probably the ramp. It had two ramps later into the race. So yeah, we make it to the top, and I still have my feather if needed. At this point, I wasn't under that amount of pressure to say that I would have used it. Right, so we could fast forward a bit here. So before the race, I would have honestly looked at the leaderboard, well, not the leaderboard, the start sheet, and they showed the strengths of the different riders. So the strongest rider in the group was this guy by the name of, what's his name? EDH, I believe was his name, something like that. It will show up on the right hand side soon. So basically, yeah, EDH. So basically, I was just keeping my eyes on him. I already told myself that if anyone else attacked, I wouldn't chase. I wouldn't work by myself to catch him or to bridge any gap like that, because he's the strongest, and probably myself was second, and a few other riders was listed going down. So I honestly had my eyes just on him in terms of me chasing anybody to try and close that gap. So yeah, I was looking out for attack somewhere here. Nothing came. Well, someone attacked actually. I'm not sure. I think it was Smith. So yeah, when Smith attacked, I told myself I wasn't chasing, or I wasn't doing the work to bring him back, because I have my eyes set on the strongest rider in the group. He, So when it is you attack hard or basically sprint, the numbers next to your name turn orange. So that is basically what I was looking out from, or looking out for from EDH. So I noticed this guy sprinter off here, Smith. I actually just riding. I wasn't like actually outright chasing. I was just riding my race here, and well, in the Aka he didn't closing the gap here, but I wasn't literally chasing this man. I was just riding and trying to keep my eyes on the leaderboard to see if any numbers still in orange or if Smith trying anything silly. Yeah, so soon he actually does it. If you're noticing, you not even seen his name on the leaderboard, and soon this man is going to appear in first place with a gap. So he launches crazy attack from the back, I guess, and end up all shoot all the way up to the front and instantly create a gap. So just look out for the orange numbers on the right hand side, and well, yeah, his name almost immediately jumped from wherever he was to first place. Right, so if you notice here, straight to first place he gone. I watching at this point, looking around to see what if anybody would counter attack. I realized the gap growing 2 seconds, 3 seconds, nobody attacking, so I took it upon myself here to try and catch this man, because I know he's a danger man, and up the road it have a steep descent followed by a steep incline. Very short though, no long descent and an incline, but I knew that if he made it up the incline by himself, more than likely he would get away with the win, because it's fairly flat from there. At this point, I trying to catch him. I looking back, I realized nobody helping. So I honestly gave up the chase. My legs was toasted at this point. My legs was toasted, and I told myself that if it is he got away the first place, I would need my legs to sprint for second or third. So I just gave up the chase here and hoping that probably somehow we catch him when the pack regroup. So all here I waiting for the group to catch me, and I'm watching EDH. His gap just going, because he has on like 3 seconds, he up to 5 seconds now. So yeah, the pack here, and this is the steep decline here, followed by a steep incline at the other end. And surprisingly, somehow, I don't know, he probably was roasted as well. We managed to catch him like right before the incline, which is the best thing that could have possibly happened. Yeah, so we catch him right here, right before this incline. And well, from here I already told myself that is definitely going to be a sprint finish. And if you look, like I riding at like 100 to 200 and something watts here, that is zone 1 and 2. So I told myself that everybody was basically tired and trying to save their legs for the sprint. Honestly, if I had a bit more energy, I'd probably increase the pace just to put some of the riders under pressure. But I just said, let me try and save my legs for the sprint, and yeah, here we have it. I have like a 200-meter sprint in me, so I was hoping for the sprint to start as close to 200 meters as possible. Yeah, so I just waiting for it here and waiting for the numbers to turn orange to know when men starting their sprints. Yeah, so we launch it here. My heart was already at like 198 or somewhere when the sprint starts, so I know that my heart will write some crazy numbers this race. Yeah, so I already celebrated here, rejoicing. The heart rate actually reached like 209 beats per minute. That is a all-time high for me. Yeah, so we survived first podium, and we started with our first place. We're thankful. The training paying off, feeling and seeing the progress. Yeah, so back to training, back to the scoreboard, and to the next race we go. Probably next Thursday for stage 3.